always had heaven in my eyesight. Though at times my getting in looked something like hell freezing over and me hitting the surface just right, while going 1,000 miles per hour down the highway to hell and ricocheting off the ice of hell's surface, thus thwarting me speedily through the bars of heaven's closed gates. Then playing hide and seek for eternity, trying to escape God's all-seeing eyes, like Adam and Eve in the Garden of Eden. But wait, God can still see me. Yeah, it was that kind of improbability. I knew I was unclean in my thoughts, manners, and deeds, so sometimes, most nights, I didn't even bother asking God to forgive me. Tried to skip communion on the sneak. Was so grateful for individually packaged juice and wafers that I could slip into the drumstick case after getting it like I was going to partake. I tried to hide my sins from those who didn't even matter, though I knew no matter how little they knew, God saw all the tatters. I was on the fence and couldn't decide if living right was worth the sacrifice. I had done a lot of sinning in a short amount of time and been at the altar many a times, crying out, begging God to change me, only to wake up the next week and be stuck off in the same thing. There was nothing I could do to get God's help. There was no way a sin-stained piece of filth like me would find myself awakened to God's glory. I just knew that I had let God down too many times and He had turned His back on me. So I did the same thing. Tried to act out my sins like they didn't bother me. But when the lights went out, I still cried out, lost. And in that dark place, Jesus found me. Stretched out His arms wide, held me as I cried and said, this right here, that's why I died. Because true, you won't make it in this life, not alone. And true, God turns His face from your filthy sins. And true, God may not come as quickly as you like. And true, if you make it to heaven's gates, you won't get in. At least, not without me. I'm going to tell you why you find yourself stuck off in the same things. Because you can't do this without me, and you know who I am, so do tell why you keep rejecting my help. Asking me to take your burdens, but you won't give them to me. Lay them at the altar and pick them up before you leave. Please, don't make my death in vain. Didn't you say, I need thee? But every time I come, you be trying to play crazy. I heard your cries every time you begged, Lord, save me. In the midst of your sins, I know you heard my voice. But you ignored me and carried on like you had no other choice. Now, you've got the nerve to quote my words, asking, why do I forsake thee? But my question to you is, why are you so fake with me? I see you. I know you. Better than you do yourself. And you say that I stall when you ask for my help? No, ma'am. Your feeble eyes stare to see clearly. I bowed my head and said, Lord, can you forgive me? A repeat offender with full knowledge of the word and absurd tendencies to ask for help with no expectation to receive. Help me believe. Can I be free? Lord, let me believe. I want to believe. I'm on strike 3003. Ain't there some kind of fraudulent abuse and waste of your mercy? I want better, Lord, but I'm not perfect. Open my eyes so I may see. And in that broken, shattered place of humility, I was in prime positioning for God to use me.